Hello, and welcome to another video. And in this one, I'm swatching out all my Reeves paints that I've gotten, both the ones that I got for my birthday in a video last week that you can check out, and some more that I've picked up. And I'm also showing off this really cute tray that I got. It's Culinary Co. Botanical Tray. I think it's designed for putting food or drinks on carry, but it's really cute. I'm using it for my art. It's got a really nice background, and the paints I got kind of go with it. So I'm just swatching everything out on some cardstock, and I have a sorry, I have a marker line in black so I can test the opacity of everything. And so we're starting with the iridescent white, which is an actual iridescent, not like an actual paint, sorry, not like the medium. So if I would add the white iridescent to something, it would tint it or make it lighter, where the iridescent should keep it mostly the same, just add sparkle. We've also got rose red, a very nice pink color, and we've got deep madder, which swatches out white a bit darker than it looks in the tube. And that's why we swatch things out. It's more brown dark than it looks to me in the tube. Um, so that's why it's important. And I'm making these swatches this specific way so I can have all of these. If I do go paint shopping, I can have these easy on hand. That was burnt umber, and it is quite opaque compared to the other ones so far. I don't know whether that's because it's darker, or the paint's thicker, but it seems very opaque. And we've got terracotta there, which dries to be far darker than it looks. You imagine that it's a much more orange, but it's a very brown color. Like the orange pretty much goes when it dries. We have Naples yellow, which is a very nice kind of, I'd almost put it like a yellow ochre in a way, more than I would say anything else. Like it's a lighter yellow ochre. Not that I have a yellow ochre in this Reeves range, but that's what I would compare it to as I'm learning more about different art shades. But that was pale olive, which is a very, very pretty color. And lastly, of the paints I brought myself is chromium oxide. So you can see them dried there. The camera doesn't quite show their color as well as it probably should. Like I said, terracotta is a lot more brown. Like it doesn't have that orange hue that it does look like it should have. And Naples yellow is also a lot more brown than yellow. It's still pale. But yeah, so that is definitely something to keep in mind. Iridescent though is very, very shiny, which I love and I can't wait to use in things. Um, and the rose red is a beautiful color. I do love pinks very, very much. And yeah, we've got a few more browns to add to the collection. So yeah, no, overall, a very good range. I'm very happy with these, but I have a lot of Reeves paints now. It is an Australian brand, acrylic paint. It's a very shiny finish, and I have some matte finish acrylic paints as well. But at the moment, I'm really enjoying the shiny, which probably has something to do with the fact I really like shimmery, shiny stuff. And these are the paints that I already had. So I've got the Prussian blue hue, Mars black, cobalt blue, viridian, lavender, cerulean blue, rose madder, lemon yellow, brilliant red, violet, titanium white, lime yellow, and peach. And so they're all pinks that I have before swatching out my birthday paints that are all from my brother and his girlfriend. So if they are watching, thank you very, very much. First up, we have Payne's Grey. Um, and then we have medium grey, which does have a some brownness to it, but when it dries, it is a lot more of your traditional grey. So it's, yeah, not as brown as it looks. Sand is a really nice color that feels very like similar in a way to Naples yellow. Not, I feel like they're similar pigments but different hues or different shades. I still need to learn more about art, but I feel like they're well, I don't know. They're similar to each other and they would go really well in a palette together. And then, as you can see there, you've got cadmium yellow deep hue and deep yellow, which are the ones that look very similar to each other in the tube. They are similar swatched out, but cadmium yellow is slightly oranger and slightly more opaque, where deep yellow is almost transparent, like that black line doesn't look covered at all. So there is a subtle difference. If I was to only get one again, I'd probably get the cadmium yellow hue. That's just my preference. And then we've got orange, which is a very nice color. It's a lot more red, a traditional orange, I would say. But we've got burnt sienna, which is probably my favorite of the browns, and very opaque. Deep turquoise, which is has a lot more of a greeniness to it than it looks on camera. So it's still a very blue color, like it's not like a blue green so much as it's like a blue with a hint of green. That sounds very, very silly, but I hope you know what I mean. And lastly, we have ultramarine, which is a lot more transparent than I would like. With such a striking blue, I would hope that it'd be stronger. Um, if you understand what I mean, more opaque. Just I do prefer it to be opaque. Um, yeah, so I have my two purples there, lavender and violet, and I have a few blues. We've got the Prussian blue, ultramarine, cobalt, and cerulean, different shades, and then this deep turquoise leans itself a little bit more to the green, which then we have viridian, which is the like next step, which is more of a like complete middle ground. And we've got chromium oxide, pale olive, and lime yellow as our real green hues. And they just sort of like blend very nicely into the yellows, with the pale lemon there. Um, Honestly, you definitely don't need all these colors. But I was going to say, you probably don't need pale lemon because I feel like you could get that mix very well yourself if you wanted to mix white and lemon yellow. But I have got a fair few shades of yellow now. Again, I do not need all of them. I probably only need the cadmium yellow deep hue and the lemon yellow. Um, but it is nice to have like the Naples yellow and then the sand, which is a real yellow brown. And actually, most of the browns are very nice to have. And we've got a lot of reds, red pinks. I definitely don't need all of them, but as they are kind of like pink is my favorite color, maybe? I don't know. I really like a lot of colors. Um, but I am definitely happy to have all of them. And then we've got our greys and our fun iridescent white. Your titanium white, medium grey, Payne's grey, and Mars black. Definitely don't need all of them, but you can definitely make them. But it's all a lot of fun to have, and I can't wait to get creating with all of these paints. Um, So yeah, I'm going to be doing some more videos coming up, some more swatching videos. I have some watercolors coming up. So if you're interested in that, you can follow. But yeah, otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.